Yep, as way as we can get short of me having my earbuds in.
All right, we are on. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Carl Mingers. This is Aaron Burns, our technical expert. We are
Which is
Wycott Realtors Main Edge. Main Edge. We are Main Edge. Okay.
Realty.
All right. It is January 6th already. Can you guys believe that? Episode 218. Amazing watching all the people go to the donut shop
I
next
know,
door.
it's so hard in this new shop because we do have this big window, and when it is morning time, we get to people watch.
All right. Man, I've read so many articles about the real estate crash and all that stuff, but I tell you what, our Mustang Yukon market is still really strong.
Good.
It's, we have certain areas in Oklahoma City that have taken a real dive.
100%.
Take Bethany, it's amazing. That's always been a hot spot, but they have taken a hit, something fierce. And then, the house we listed, 2-3 days ago? Went in half a day?
We went coming soon. So it was on the market, couldn't make offers, couldn't see it. And then, so that's the coming soon, 10 days, 12, I can't remember the exact amount of days, but so many days before you're going to make a house go live, we can do what's called a coming soon now. So it goes on the market as coming soon, but nobody can come in and see it. Nobody can make offers on it or anything like that, but we can put a sign and we can market the heck out of it.
Because we play by the rules.
So we market the heck out of it, and then the day it goes live, people know it's on. Sometimes I'll get messages, calls, when, where, what time, when it going live, because they want to see it. And we were able to get somebody in and under contract the day it actually went active.
And it's nice when something sells in a half a day, at full price.
Right.
It's just the Mustang market. I watch it every day. I check the MLS, what's sold, what's listed, what all's coming on. There's not that many regular residential houses besides new builds listed in Mustang right now. There's very short, a big shortage on the market. Now, the new builds, they're going up everywhere. And I have seen the prices starting to drop on those just a little bit.
Yes.
But not drastic yet. So I'm not freaked out about the real estate market.
Just know it is changing. And
it is changing.
Just because we're a big metro doesn't mean it's going to be the same in all the little areas or all the little towns. Mustang's different than Yukon. Yukon's different than Moore.
That's why you really, really, really need to get with a local agent. Well, or just an agent that can verify the value of your property in that bubble that your home is in. Just because you have a house in the Oklahoma City metro area, it's a huge metro. We have these bubbles that are really good, and we have these bubbles that are terrible.
And then that doesn't include going outer to the outlining, because you could go to Halls Valley, you could go to Tuttle, you could go to Blanchard. All those still could be even more extremely different than we are in this immediate
Well, I've been
metro.
noticing a lot the scarcity of a listing. Say you want a certain type of house in a certain area, and the scarcity of helps keep the price up. Mm-hmm. But then you have you want a standard 3-bed, 2-bath, in a housing addition. There's a lot of stuff out there. You're probably not going to be able to get the full price. So you gotta really let your agent work your area really hard, and we can only work off of 90 days. 6 months ago is a whole different market. Right. If you go back a year, well, my neighbor sold his house last year for this. Well, your neighbor did good because this is a whole nother year, 2023.
Well, and the other thing is pricing. You got to price it accordingly because, I'll tell you right now, you're our client. We're going to price it for whatever you want, but we're going to advise you on where we think it needs priced, where it needs priced here, there, whatever. Because if our comps say, for example, it's going to come in around $250 and you want to price for $280 because of what you found, we'll price it for that. but don't be surprised if it stays on the market or you got to do a bunch of price reductions.
And I tell you, one of the things I do not like to do in a listing is have to chase the market. We'll list it for 250, but it should have been for 240. By the time we get a price reduction to 240, if you're in a decelerating market, you should have already been at 230 or 225, something like that. It wastes everybody's time. And we have a few markets in town that are decelerating very fast.
Very quickly. And unfortunately, no matter why or what the reason, regular resale, they see those days on the market and those big decreases, people start to wonder what's wrong with it, even though there could be nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It could be
It's
a completely
perception.
great house.
And
Exactly.
real estate is just like anything else. Perception is reality. Whatever people perceive, they tend to overlook.
It's no
the
different
facts.
than if you have a contract bust. I always advise my clients, let me disclose why it busted.
Mm-hmm.
Because it could be something as simple as they couldn't agree on the treatment, repair, and replacement.
Mm-hmm.
And it was nothing major. Could be some small things.
Could have
and they
been a
just-
financing hickey.
Or,
you know.
finance or whatever. But disclosing
And there's a lot
that
of those
is huge.
going on right
Right.
now. Right. Yeah, real estate's still exciting though. Wish I'd have got into it 20 years earlier. We see a lot of agents got in the last 2 years because it's gravy.
Right.
Okay. Now it's a little bit different. What are you doing messing with our TV?
It went to a commercial and I
It's
saw it in the
We're going
background.
to one for Disney World.
I would rather have a blank screen than people dancing around behind my head.
It
Well,
was
this one was Sonic.
it
That's
was
no
pretty
problem
pictures. So
You disrupted my brain thoughts, which are very small. Okay.
stretch you.
Okay. What was we talking about? I forgot. See, if
mean,
we had closed
shoot.
captioning, I could go rewind it. But
yeah,
One
we're
Sonic
live.
commercial and no one can remember.
I know we're
one of the
horrible.
things I wanted to talk about today was 2023. We've been back to work not even a full week yet, and I have probably been on the phone more in the last 4-5 days than I did all of December. I mean, in the attitude of everybody in the regular real estate market, the commercial market, is, hey, we're sick and tired of 20, 21, 22.
Right.
Let's, this same feeling happened after the presidential change in 2016. People were so fed up with what had been happening in the market. So we're going to go out and knock it out anyway. People are ready to go get loans at 7.5%. They're ready to risk a little bit more money. No, they're just ready to move forward. They're tired of not moving forward.
Well, and here's another thing too. We run into every time something crazy happens in the real estate. We had extremely low interest rates there for a little while, but everybody was paying above and over list price. Now you're almost like you are on a car on some situations. You're upside down on your house. More than likely, you're not going to get what you paid for it if you paid way over list price.
All these people that offered 20 and 40,000
Yeah.
over a year ago.
And hate to say that, that's not always the situation, but when you're paying that much over, more than likely, we have managed solutions.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just a cash offer type of situation. Like, we'll tell you what your house is worth. We'll sit down with you if you or someone might be in a situation. We can sit down with you when it comes to the house and see what options you might have. It might be regular resale. It might not, but we have some options we might be able to look at.
I've never sat down with the family looking at their housing situation, their mortgage, maybe they inherited a house, whatever, that we weren't able to figure out a solution for
Well,
them.
we've only had the one, and that was because of the loan type they did.
Well, there's very few.
But I'm just saying,
Very
we
few.
can't do 100%. There could be a unique situation that there's no helping, unfortunately. We're going to come across those, but 90% of the time out of the ones we've had, we've been able to help.
Right. So if you know somebody that's in a pickle, send them our way.
And we're going to keep it confidential.
Doesn't cost a thing, to figure things out. And, I've been doing this a long time. And, and I enjoy and do all the research. I like the research part of this. So, we've separated some of our brokerages here. We've got Main Edge Realty, which is our main retail real estate. Main Edge Properties is our rental portfolio, and Mary Tomko is the broker there. Main Edge Solutions is our rescue deal, basically, and that's managed by Christine Surrett. And then we have Oklahoma Real Estate Commercial Advisors, and Dustin Eller is pretty much the top dog in that. And so we have a lot of solutions, business solutions, housing solutions, pretty much isn't anything we can't try to figure out, except mortgages.
Yeah,
I don't do mortgages.
I don't want to do with mortgages.
No, I don't want to do mortgages. But, I felt lucky last week to get a loan for 8.75, and it felt good.
Woohoo!
And, a year ago, I wouldn't have fathomed that.
Right.
But, it is what it is. And as long as the numbers work out, the amount of interest you pay on something, it's all deductible, as far as a business expense goes. I don't like paying that kind of interest, but if the numbers work out and it makes a deal work, what's the big deal?
Why not?
And
then if another thing is, if you're renting right now, but you want to buy and you don't know what you need to do to buy, we'd be happy to sit down with you. We have some great lenders we're partners with that we can sit down, all of us sit down and have a discussion and see what you need to do to be able to meet your goal of purchasing.
On the opposite side of that, if you're in a bad way on your home and you're thinking about selling it and just moving into a rental, which there's some folks doing that, you need to get ahead of the curve on that, because if you let your payment slip, then there goes your credit, and then there to try to get a rental, it goes through the roof.
And renter companies do check background checks, and they do check financial, they do a lot of checks.
It's not like it used to be where you could just...
The good ones do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could find a house, but it might not be in the area you want to be in.
Right. So, I don't know. There's a lot of things to think about. A lot of things going on. What else we got?
I think that's it.
All right.
Other than we are now doing 2 times a month, the first and third Friday, Sunday. First and third Sunday.
Oh,
Friday
I
of
sleep
the
in
month.
on Sunday.
I know.
Okay.
Fridays now, so you can catch us first Friday and third Friday every month.
All right. We are Main Edge. I can't get that out of my brain. Main Edge, where we do real life real estate every damn day.
Bye.